Adelanto dog catcher parked on the red curb. California exempt 1243080. Seven 760-246-2301. I didn't see him walking with a dog. So would this be called blue privilege? You're at a white privilege. Is this blue privilege? No front plate. I guess if you work for a city or a county, you just don't have to follow any of the laws. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're there on official business, but there's a parking space right here. How far is that? 20 feet? Good, how are you?
You inspecting the truck or?
Huh?
Inspecting the truck or?
Yeah, I'm inspecting your truck. Looking for drugs in there. Drugs or alcohol, open containers.
Drugs
Pardon me?
or alcohol or open containers. That's what
Yeah.
it says he's looking for.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and call Dave out there then.
Yeah.
And you know what? Why don't you move it into a parking space and get it out of the red? Who's Dave?
Dave is our supervisor,
Okay. What are we calling Dave for?
so he can talk to you about things.
You got drugs? Oh, it sounds like you're threatening me. Okay. Well, you know I'm going to tell Dave to go pound sand, right? So why would you subject him to such humiliation? What's your name? Excuse me, you're calling a supervisor on me. What's your name? Wow, that's amazing.
I can ask you not to film inside
Why?
because you're not allowed.
Is this a public building?
It is, sir.
Who are you?
Security.
You're security and I'm not allowed in a public building?
To record, yeah.
What's your name? Juan Barajas.
Yes, sir. What's your purpose of recording, sir?
First Amendment, freedom of press,
Okay.
constitutionally protected activity,
Okay.
able to record and document inside of a public building
Okay.
without needing an actual reason and without having to articulate a reason to you.
Okay.
You know the Constitution of the
Yes,
United
sir.
States?
Yes, sir.
You know those graveyards with all of those men that are dead in the graveyards
Yes, sir.
that fought for freedom?
Yes, sir.
You know, it has to do with that.
Okay.
So I don't understand how you think that you have the authority from preventing me to go into one of our buildings. This is not your building.
That wasn't preventing you, sir.
You said I couldn't go in filming.
Right.
This is constitutionally protected.
Okay.
This is not a courthouse.
In that case, go right ahead, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. Where would I go to get a commercial film permit in the city of Adelanto?
I would say check over here and check with her at this counter.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
No, not yet. Not like that. Have you been helped? And she walks away. I'm sorry? Yes. I'm sorry? I don't know. The question that I have is where do I go to get a commercial film permit for the city of Adelanto?
Right here.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay. So then, you have a form for that?
Yes, I can get that. Can we actually start recording?
No.
Okay, one moment.
I feel bad for them. They went up there to report my filming to Dave, and Dave obviously told them that it was constitutionally protected, and if they did anything to me, I was going to sue them. So I kind of feel bad that their egos are hurt and now they're walking out to their car and they couldn't actually do anything to me and get me hemmed up, but they'll be okay. They'll be all right. I think this is water and then cannabis payments. I'm assuming they're not selling cannabis and that's for licensing for cannabis. I could be wrong, but you know, I'm just making the assumption that they're not actually selling the cannabis here. That's where you get licensed for it. And so it's unclear if I'm waiting for Dave still. And the other lady who went in the back, I'm pretty sure that she's probably calling for help right now because there's somebody in the lobby with a camera. So she might be calling police for me. She's certainly not helping me. I mean, I asked for a form. I would assume that form is readily available and she doesn't actually have to go on her computer and actually create the form for me personally and then print it out and give it to me. I'm just assuming that form is readily available and that she's back there doing something other than helping me. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. If that woman is going to refuse service to me, I'm going to need somebody else, maybe a supervisor, to come help me.
We have somebody coming down here in a few minutes.
Well, you know, as far as I know, that form, she's not making that form for me on her own personal computer. It should be readily available. There's no reason why I should have to wait 5-10 minutes for a form that you're supposed to have readily available for me.
The man with the form is in the meeting right now. We have to go up there and give him.
Oh, you have a man with that form. I see. Okay, that's interesting. Your name is Chani Greaves? Development Services. Okay. So according to Chani, they have a man with that form who's coming down here. Okay. We get it. I don't think it's funny. I think it's sad. I think it's disgusting. Because you exist to provide service to me. You were hired to provide a service to me. And I'm waiting out here in the lobby for a man who has a form. You should have that form. You're the ones that are manning the desks behind this window.
I don't have that form. It's going through a different department.
Well, then why did they direct me to this window? And why did that woman say that she had the form? I think you're lying to me. I think you're lying. You know what I think you're doing? I think you're calling the police because I'm engaging in a constitutionally protected activity in your lobby, and you're trying to stall me here so the police could come, and then I can tell the police to go buzz off and stop trying to violate my rights. But in any case, I'd like the form, and I really don't think that I should have to wait 20 minutes for it. And if I do have to wait 20 minutes for it, then I want you to call me somebody and bring me a complaint form so that I can complain against the person that I asked the form from. Because this is unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. So somebody's getting a complaint today, and I'd like that form, and I'd like you to send somebody down here to take the complaint. And as any good government worker would do, she's going to totally and completely ignore me. City of Adelanto Governmental Center, constructed through the joint efforts of the City of Adelanto and the Adelanto Improvement Agency. Dedicated 1987. Mayor Edward Allen Duncan, maybe we could change that. Mayor Pro Tem Edward Donnellinger, maybe we can fix that. And then council members Charlotte Foster, Mary Scarpa, Delmar Ulrich, and City Administrator Patrick A. Chamberlain. Progress through unity. Well, at least he didn't lie. Even though they're wasting resources, at least they're not liars. I have to give them that. At least they're not liars yet. You walk into a government building with a camcorder. It's like kicking an anthill. It's crazy. Just the appearance is disturbing. What is government hiding from the people that they're so paranoid when it comes to cameras? So we have that documented that whoever was on the phone did not lie. Whoever they were speaking to, they said that it was not 4:15. And oftentimes government lies in order to get the police here faster, in order to get you beat harder.
One eternity later.
Alright, these are the documents needed for film permit, business license, liability insurance, any agreements with the owner of filming, encroachment permit, and the fee. And this is the application for the film permit.
Thank you. And can I have your name, please?
Yes. And this is the engineer department that's gonna issue you the filming permit.
Okay. And can you write the name of the lady who I gave my initial request to for the purposes of filing a complaint against her? And then you're Miss Allen, correct? Okay, I thank you. Is there a last question for you? Is there a way to file a complaint online? And if not, can I email one to somewhere?
Yeah, you can email it to me and then I'll send it over to city manager, or if you want to send it directly to city manager, that's fine.
City manager. Okay, I'll get that information online. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll send this public records request up to city clerk and we'll get this request. So we have at least, we have 5 to 10 business days.
Yes.
to try to get it up, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good one, sir.
All right, you too. Thank you. Thank you, sir. God bless you. Have a good day.
Take care.
And there's that. We've got some deputies here. I'm gonna go back in. I was leaving, but the deputies are here, so I'm not now. Who's this? This is Carlson. Are you kidding me?
What's going on? I don't know. I think they called you. He's just exercising his First Amendment right, filming here while he was getting application for commercial filming. He's got a right to film inside a public building. So far, he's done nothing wrong. So, my opinion, everything's good.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because like I said, we got the call. So I just want to make sure that.
Thank you for your response.
No worries.
So I'm gonna follow this deputy out to his car. I'm gonna narrate so that he can hear me. I have a call in for service right now, and they quoted me 2 hours at the station because they said that the deputies were so busy with so many murders in the city of Adelanto, and that you're so far strung out and you're just so short-handed that I have to wait 2 hours for a call for service, which was for a robbery, by the way, a felony robbery that occurred in the city of Adelanto yesterday. And it just kind of irritates me that you would make me wait matter of fact, I'm still waiting. The call is in for service. It just kind of irritates me that you would make me wait that long, and then you would respond to a non-crime. I go to the station this morning. He's more concerned about identifying who I am. He wants my name. He wants my date of birth. He wants the kind of car I'm driving. And then he has the nerve to tell me that he needs my date of birth to know who he's talking to. I'm talking to Carlson. I don't need your date of birth to know that I'm talking to a deputy. It tells me nothing about you. So for him to tell me that he needs my date of birth to know who he's talking to is just an absolute idiotic lie that he tells everybody, because and government wants to gather as much information on us as they possibly can and enter it into databases, and I'm not comfortable with that. And yesterday when I called dispatch, I told her that I didn't want to give her my name, that I was calling anonymous. She said that if you're calling anonymous, there's no crime because there's no victim. I told her you're full of crap, okay? I'm the victim. I don't have to identify myself to be a victim of a crime. So I'm just venting to you because I'm frustrated with government, and I'm especially frustrated with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department in the city of Adelanto right now. I'm very frustrated with you, and I'm going to exercise my First Amendment right to give you guys a lot more attention because I think you need it.
Which you have total right to do. I can't cancel your First Amendment at all. You can do whatever you please. You can film wherever you want to, as far as it doesn't impede on someone's privacy.
So.
But as far as your call for service that you're currently holding for, I don't know anything about it. Okay, I was just told by my higher ups to come over here and just make sure everything was okay, and then that was it. That's all that they asked me to do. We are currently really busy right now. We're doing what we can. But sometimes calls take longer than others. They are prioritized though for us.
Yeah, well, as far as I know, there's just talk of defunding the sheriff's department. I don't know that they've actually done it yet, so I don't know why you're so short-handed. Well, I do know. I personally know why you're so short-handed. You waste a lot of time out there going to nonsense calls like these, okay? And like I said, I'm waiting for service to report a robbery in the city of Adelanto, and you're here and you can't take my call.
I can verify that your call's on the board, and I'm more than welcome to take your call because I'm here already.
I would love for you to do that, and I would appreciate you for doing that.